is operational, manual switch, and this is going to be the first step of our switches that we release. And what this does is we have the current one at 5 position. We may make a higher, like an 8 position switch later, but we think that might be a little dramatic. So basically, the way it's going to work is anyone with a handheld can do the upgrade to this, which is awesome because unlike other companies, you don't have to send in your computer if you have a handheld to have the switch added. And we're the only ones actually right now with the type of tuning we have that is going to have a manual switch released. So I think the price is going to be somewhere around $300 or $400 for the upgrade. And what it's going to come with is going to come with a plug-and-play switch where we give you directions on what sensor to unplug, and you will plug the switch into that sensor and then run the switch into your interior. Once it is in, and then we give you the updated file for your handheld, the switch will be fully functional. The switch should be function 1 through 5, 1 being the lowest power, 5 being the highest power. It may be a little bit different. It may end up being like number 1 is a smoke file, and then 2 through 5 are tunes. Not fully decided on what the best route to be is going to be for that, but we have fully tested the switch on my truck through different power levels. So I'm going to be fine tuning it on my personal truck before we put the new turbo on, and basically creating the list of power levels. Once the power levels, I'm happy with where they're at. I'm going to try to get on a dyno and be able to release a dyno sheet for it saying, hey, 70 horse on this one, 60 horse on this one, 50 on this one, 30 on this one, and so on and so forth. So I guess keep in mind or keep watch for that. But like I said, it's going to be plug and play, which means you don't have to splice wires, you don't have to cut anything, you don't have to do any of that. Where other companies in the past, you had to splice into the wiring harness by the computer, and we don't want to do that. It's an unreasonable spot to be cutting wires in the first place. And being plug and play is nice, and it is 100% on the fly, as in you drive it on the road, flip the switch, it's a completely different power level. So we are going to be working on a couple little add-ons with that. I'm working with a computer engineer to try to make some. I'm trying to think of how to say it. So trying to map out some extra tables in the file and make it also a multi-map tune as well as a switch. So in that case, we'll be able to hopefully change some of the idle tables and other tables per switch position. So we'll see. I'll release more info as we go, but the switch is functioning and is operational. We've tested it on my personal truck, so I'm excited to say that as soon as we figure out what plugins we need, we'll start wiring up switches and have them ready for production to send out to customers. Now, for those of you who have a computer and did not buy the handheld, you can either upgrade to the handheld or we can put you on the list for a computer swap at the same time. And then whenever we have an extra computer in, we'll write all the files on it ready to go. We'll send it out with the switch, and then you can swap it out with what you have and send us your computer back. So I think that's about it for now. But like I said, I'm hoping to release maybe a couple more videos with a little bit more information on how the switch is going to work and whatnot. But other than that, it's pretty basic. The higher up on the switch, the more power you're going to put to the ground, which means when you want to pull a trailer or anything like that, you'll be able to put the switch a couple clicks down. You don't have to worry about overfueling or blowing black smoke while you're going up hills. You won't have to worry about EGTs or anything like that. You'll be able to turn your switch down when you let valets drive your vehicle, the wife drive your vehicle, the kids drive your vehicle, the dealership, whatever. So if anybody has any questions about it besides that, feel free to message me and I'll try to get back to you. We've been pretty busy trying to get all these files out to people, so if I'm slow to respond, I'd like to apologize for that.